the hospital, and the doctors would come and try to like, check her, and the nurses and stuff, and they're like,
get out of here. Let me see your arm.
God, Dee, what are you doing? She was like, hey, this is about me. This is me time. I'm supposed to be comfortable, right?
Yeah,
they're like, yeah, but God.
The thermostat in her room at the rehab place was on
64.
Well, I thought it was on 50 something. I thought it was like 55.
The big room was 64.
Yeah. She had it low. She had it low.
Loving it. And she was in shorts and just like.
Everybody who came wore jackets. The people with my grandfather and my aunt and uncle, when they came down, they were staying at our house, and everybody was wearing a jacket. Everybody had a coat on. My grandfather was like, "Well, I'm gonna go outside and warm up," and he'd take his jacket off and go outside because it's a lot warmer outside.
Oh my gosh! But while he stayed for a couple months. You shit, man.
I just realized because I saw him.
When he stayed for a couple months, he's like, you know, Bill, he doesn't like it really cold. So, he...
Did you just flip off the camera?
Oh, it was pointing at Danny.
No. So, we were sweating for 2 months, weren't we? We were just like, God. And then, his, you know, of course, Dee was like, well, you know, Grandpa's 87. You got to make him comfortable. And I was like, jeez, man.
I don't know. You got 4 blankets on that bed. We can turn it down a little bit.
See, when we get up in the morning, the kids are cold. You know, they always wear...
That does make it harder to get out of bed when it's real cold. Like, she has to have a fan on a full blast. And that'll keep me under the covers in the morning.
And he wears a hat at night. Every night he wears a beanie every night.
Because I wake up with a headache with the fan blowing on me. She has to have it right in her face. I can't do it. So in the morning it's cold, and she's got like in the hotel room. She had a high cool thermostat turned all the way to 10. Me and the kids, me and Devin and Jaden were all holding together, sharing body warmth under the blankets.
And like, ah.
Yeah, Mac doesn't like
He doesn't like covers.
Do you remember the flea and the fan, Jason?
The what?
The flea and the fan?
Yes.
The flea, it was just like, I don't know. I can't even explain it. I tried to.
I want to know about this bear. This bear that you ran from.
I didn't run from the bear.
Yeah, you did. The silhouette of the bear.
I was being goofy.
No, see, what did I tell you?
I was trying to be funny. She thought I was serious.
What did I tell you his comeback was going to be?
She said you screamed like a...
And he jumped across the street.
She doesn't even remember.
I was pregnant, big fat pregnant. I remember we were walking down the street.
I didn't scream.
Yeah, you did. Just like that one time Chantley threw that lizard on you.
This is totally not true. Just when what?
When Chantley threw that lizard on you.
She didn't throw a lizard on me.
Well, or she was trying to give you a lizard, and you ran from her.
I didn't scream.
Okay. Yip, yipe. Anyway, the silhouette of the bear was real.
Anyway, I didn't scream. I was like, oh shit, like that.
So we were walking down. You know, we used to go for walks. You know.
You know how her memory is.
I didn't say anything. Don't look at me like that. I didn't say anything. I'm the fifth.
Anyway, we're walking down the street, and then there's on this tree, there's a silhouette of a bear climbing up the tree, but it's just nailed to the tree. And Jason thought it was real, and so he like...
I did not think it was real.
And then, you remember Chrissy and Chelsea? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're in his apartment, and this is when we first started dating. We're both real skinny. And so he was cooking, and then I...
Well, you had your saddlebags, but the rest of you was skinny.
Oh my God! Oh. Anyway, so
he's got a big ham fist.
We were gonna cook something. I think it was the lasagna that he makes or whatever that was. And so I hated his dogs, Chrissy and Chelsea. I couldn't stand them. I took him to the dog pound when he was at work one time. That's how much I hated him. So anyway, and I was like, I opened the oven and I was like, Chrissy, Chelsea, come here. And he was like, hey, if you want a hot dog, they're in the refrigerator. We laughed about that so hard, or at least I did.
Stop making faces at the camera, Danny.
Don't start the grandma thing. Uncle's as bad as grandma is.
I know he is.
Anyway, the flea in the fan was, you know, Chelsea had fleas, and we were in my bedroom, and she found a flea in the bed,
Yeah.
and I was like, quick, throw it in the fan. You know, so like the fan
Chop
would-
it up. But we thought it was hilarious, but nobody else does, obviously.
Well, I remember on base here, you guys used to keep the. What are you doing? You used to keep the house
Freezing, yeah.
over there.
Who did?
You stop.
Wet Willie.
But do you remember over in the house, we had the furniture from your apartments you used to work with. We had a blanket up as a curtain because well, first of all, we were broke. We were so poor. We kept having kid after kid after kid. But every time we tried to put something into the wall, it would just fall down. So you remember?
Oh, on base?
Like crumble.
Yeah.
Yeah. So God, it was
We'll
terrible.
probably eventually
Very
tear
old
those-
plaster. I'm surprised they didn't tear those things down first instead of the other ones.
They're tearing them all down on Eglin.
Yeah, our old ones is they're tearing those all down.
Good, they need to.
They're tearing down a lot.
I got
The majority of the base
the
houses.
framework for the new ones I was showing Jay when we went by there. It's all new frames and everything. Their houses are being built. 2-story.
What were you saying, Chris?
They're tearing down the Eglins. Like the one I grew up in is marked.